Hey there, fellow lightworkers. It's Miki again, Scottsdale, Arizona. Wow, we are definitely in the storm, and we are the storm. The storm is upon us. Yeah, we need to hold it. We got to hold on to these positive energies and these positive thoughts. It's everywhere. Everyone is working through something right now. So I just want to share my personal experience, and hopefully, again, this gives you some light, some energy, some strength. So I do have several light workers who are operating out of fear right now, and I love them so much, so much. But I want to bring your attention really quick to the emotional chart, because every emotion has a frequency. Okay. And so at the very, very top, at the highest level frequency, is enlightenment. So hold the feeling of enlightenment if you can. Wow, that's a really strong emotion. So if you can hold it, hold on to that. But I'm going to go down this list, because if you can hang on to any one of these emotions, if you can build visualizations on these emotions, if you can plant seeds in other people around you with these emotions, it will help move us through this storm. Okay, guys? So it's enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, acceptance, willingness, neutrality, and courage. If you can even just stay in a space of joy, hang out with your kids, focus on how they do it. Kids know how to hold joy. They know how to hold the energy, right? So surround yourself, even if they're sleeping, surround yourself around people who are joyful, okay? Try to hang on to that feeling. If someone is coming at you with very intense feelings of fear, anger, apathy, guilt, or shame, you need to just let them work through their stuff. Don't judge. Don't get angry. Don't let it pull you down. Just let them work through it. They're going to figure it out. They're just nervous. They're scared about the new information they're taking in. They're going to be okay. Just stay with them. Trust that they'll move forward. You don't need to move them forward. You need to let them move forward on their own. Okay. So if someone's coming at you like saying, why are you spreading so much truth? Let them work through it. Let them work through it. It could even be that there are some negative thoughts that are attaching themselves to them. It's okay. They will work through it. Everything's going to find its way out. Depression generally happens when we detox, because all of the toxicity moves through the bloodstream and it goes up and through the head. It's temporary. It's temporary. We're all going to start experiencing detox right now. So I want to share just an experience that I had this morning with a visualization. So I was definitely really relaxed this morning, feeling incredibly good, but I was having a hard time with clarity in my visualizations. I think we all are, because we're in the storm. And I think it's actually causing some light workers to become disoriented. So that's okay. It takes practice to see in the dark. Before, my visualizations were really clear, but now they're a bit muddy. And so I have to not work harder, but surrender more into the state of whatever frequency I want to see in my visualization. Now, remember, you create your reality with your thoughts. You create your reality with your visions. So the more positive the vision can be, the better it will be. So I started out my visualizations this morning, and there were a few light workers that needed healing. So I did some remote healing. And they were very well received. But as I got ready this morning, I started, my angels were just screaming at me, keep going, go back in. There's more to do today. There's more to do. And so I kind of moved myself back into the visualizations, and I allowed what was supposed to come today to come. And it was all about planting seeds. So I'm going to try my best to describe this to you guys. It's interesting because I see it so clear in my mind, and it's hard to verbalize. And I would love to draw every one of these as comic strips for you guys, but I just don't have the time. But anyway, so in my visualizations over the last 3 or 4 years, I have been building sort of a temple up on top of a cliff. And it's a golden temple. And below is where I spend time, on the beach. So there's a beach and then a really high cliff. And on top of the cliff is the temple. But on the beach is my homestead. That's where I'm loving my family. And, I experience a lot of my own personal journey down on the beach. But up in the temple is when I'm feeling really strong and when I'm really ready to welcome people in. I want it to be like a stronghold or a safe place for light workers to come. And I've actually visited other people's temples. Like there are certain ministers out there that I've been able to go and visit their temples in my visions, and they actually inspired me to build my own. And so I recommend that if you're feeling strong, you start to visualize your temple. Where do you heal people? How do you help people? What is your purpose as a light worker, right? So in this temple, imagine it being a golden temple, and in the front, so like out in the front of the temple is like almost like a round, I don't know, it's like little rocks all the way around. It's like just a dirt space. And I sit in the middle. Actually, it's a little bit heightened. It's like I don't know, it's like a stage. And I sit in the middle sometimes. And other times I have other people come sit in the front to do a teaching. And I think of this as sort of like a Qumran. If you haven't read Dolores Cannon, Jesus and the Essenes, I do recommend watching her on YouTube. She's got 2 parts of her video. It's called Dolores Cannon, Jesus and the Essenes, because they practiced and taught out of a location, a university called the Qumran. And so anyway, I kind of consider this to be my own little space where I practice. And so in the center on the stage, I today was hovering like a Buddha. I can actually hover, and it's really neat. I hover like a Buddha, and I've kind of even got rocks hovering up around me because I'm practicing moving them, similar to like the planets in the sky. I don't know why. But today I had an angel come and join me, and he was the only one who showed up, which is cool. And so I moved a rock with my mind to give him a space to sit. And I said, I need you to watch what I'm going to do. And I hovered up higher over this platform, and I sort of gave birth to a new tree. I don't know, the tree, it was just like a manifestation of my mind. And next thing you know, I had like in my hand, like an offering, like the dirt and a tree. And I tried to hand it to the angel, and he was like, I don't know what to do with that. I was like, I don't know what to do either. And so I just let it come to me. And there's a place in the forest down below the cliff where I often see like a clearing in the forest, and there's a stump there, and there's always light shining down on the stump. And so I thought, well, we should take it to where the light is shining and plant it next to the stump, because whatever, I look at that, the stump has always having been a place where people heal. It's almost like it's the old tree of life, or it's our tree of knowledge that had been cut down. So in this visualization, me and the angel, we went and we planted this new little baby tree next to the stump. And then we both sat like Buddhas, so the tree's in the middle, and we sat like Buddhas facing the tree. And we allowed our frequency, our love energy, which was merged, right? Because we have 2 people and you're within 6 feet, your Torahs are merged. And so we were both just loving on this plant. And it was then that we could sort of sense that the universe was bending the light from being pointed onto the stump into being pointed on the new tree. And then it was awesome because we started seeing it grow. And next thing you know, there was this line of people for miles and miles and miles with the small drops of water. They each had like their own cup, and they were bringing their water offering for this new tree that we planted. And so I just want you to think of yourself as a seed planter. You're just going all over the world, wherever God tells you to go. So we are located all over the world. You are just going wherever you're meant to go, locally or on YouTube or whatever. And you're meant to just plant seeds and just plant ideas in people's mind of love and light. And so again, I want you to remember the emotions are important. The emotions on how you plant seeds and how you're creating this new reality and the light that you receive as you do it are very important. So again, being in a state of joy and love and manifestation and peace are so high. They are such high frequencies. You're going to have people pulling you in every direction, but just stay in that happy place. It's as if you're the director of the reality that you live in now. You direct it. You don't have to take anyone else's fear or negative energies or concern or shame. You don't have to take on any of that. You just ignore it. Let that phase out. It will, if you ignore it, it will fizzle, because if you give it energy, it will empower it. If you ignore it, it will fizzle out. So speaking of that, guys, we have actually had to move the the Telegram channel that I told you about in my last video. I'm going to link the new link below. It turns out that some of the people that originally opened that group closed it down, maybe because I sent it a little too much traffic. We will probably end up having to separate that group out into multiple groups of people with different, skill sets and different levels of understanding. And that's fine. That's just us developing our beautiful university in the heavens above, the Qumran. Anyway, so I love you guys so much. I hope that this helps to raise your frequency today. And I just want you to know you're not alone. You're just not alone. Connect with other light workers. Stay strong in the positive energies. Stay strong in the positive visualizations. If you have a visualization, it fires so many neurotransmitters in your mind. So the picture of joy and peace and love and harmony and growth and development and tree of knowledge and where we're going, where we go one, we go all. So the power of a positive thought is 10 times more powerful than the power of a negative thought. We've got this, guys. Yes, this is a spiritual war. Yes, we are dealing with principalities. Yes, it's real. So stay positive, because the positive will hold. It will hold. We've got this. Don't slip. And if you slip, don't punish yourself. Just pull yourself back up. Just stay focused, stay in the zone. I love you all so much. Sending lots and lots of love from Scottsdale, Arizona. Peace out, guys.